Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be covering just a couple of things. It's probably not going to be a very long video. Not too much more news has come about the whole Marigold thing. Apparently it is pronounced Marigold, which I guess I probably should have figured that out because that's how you would pronounce it in, the Japanese lexicon. Um, but just a couple of things. I got some like legitimate news and then also some speculations. So I'm gonna start with the news stuff first and then end with the speculation. Some news stuff is on the Marigold Twitter accounts. They are releasing these kind of like character portrait with some information on every single wrestler. They're doing it pretty slowly, in my opinion, but the ones that are out right now are pretty good. Things like this Julia one, apparently, it's like the structure of these are pretty bad though, in my opinion, because if you look at it, like the Julia one right here, it says like Julia and then crazy charisma. Now, like, is that her nickname? Is that just like a subtitle? Like what is that? Is it describing her? You might think, well, I don't know, maybe it's just like describing her or whatever. But then if you look at this one from like Koki, uh, it says amethyst butterfly sparkling in the ring. Like that's not really describing her. That would be more of like a nickname. So I don't know. Maybe Crazy Charisma is her nickname. Half Italian, half Japanese. Obviously debut. All you guys that love Julia, Arrivederci, uh, Matana, uh, special moves. She's like one of the only ones that got like a special moves thing, which is pretty funny. All the other ones have the past sports experience. So yeah, here's some of the ones that they have recently. They have Koki, uh, Chikagoto, which is kind of becoming one of the newer wrestlers that are joining that I know nothing about, but I'm kind of like really excited about. Out of the 6 that are joining from Actress Girls, uh, Gochika is one that I'm kind of interested in seeing because in her little video that they've been posting on Twitter where they're all giving like a short introductions, I'm pretty sure she said that she's debuting as a wrestler. Which is pretty interesting because that implies that she probably started her wrestling career when Actress Girls stopped referring to them as wrestlers. So she's never actually got to work as a wrestler.
プロレスラーとしてデビューさせていただきます。一生懸命頑張りますので応援よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, right there. I'm making my debut as a pro wrestler. Huh. That's very interesting. Anyway, yeah, so if you want to check that out, you can go check them out. It's Marigold underscore Joshi, their Twitter account. Now, another news, I should say, is Julia did an interview. I don't know when. It had to have been recently, though. It was her and Yuzuki. But there is a part of it that is very, very interesting. Now, this is Google Translate, so bear with me. It seems to be the best translation of it, though, based on all of the different ones that I tried. So, she said here in this interview, ever since she was in Stardom, Ogawa-san has been saying that she needs a rival company, a rival organization. She laughed and said that she had no choice but. Okay, so this is I'm gonna try translating this so it makes more sense. He laughed and said that he had no choice but to create one on his own since it was hard to come up with one. But after many twists and turns, Mr. Ogawa actually created a new organization. It wasn't just me, but the people around me and it wasn't just me, but the people around him. Wow, this is so weird. It wasn't just me, but the people around me encouraged me to do it, Ogawa-san. Well, none of the people who started the fire came to Marigold. Still, Ogawa-san took action for them, and he created an organization that could rival her for Stardom. I'm sorry, I'm actually like really sick right now. Um, anyway, so this is very interesting because this is implying that there were more wrestlers who were kind of encouraging Rossi to try to create a rival organization. But then when push comes to shove and he actually went to go do that, they kind of didn't go with him. So this could be taken a couple of different ways. One could be that the people who were trying to get him to do this just wanted him gone, and this was their um, this is their way to encourage him to leave without like being mean. Or it could be taken as they really did mean it at the time, but then when push comes to shove, when the time really came to happen, they all decided to go with the safer bet and stay with Stardom, whether they got paid more or whatnot. So it's really interesting to know that, because here she's implying that none of the wrestlers that we're talking about it really came. So, but I don't know if that's a mistranslation. So maybe she's actually meaning that like most or some didn't come. But either way, that's very interesting to know who she could be talking about there. With the news part out of the way, we have the speculation. Now, there are a couple things. I pointed this out relatively early to this whole thing because I just happened to come across it. I was looking at the Marigold Joshi English Twitter account, just looking at stuff, and I noticed that they were only following like 20-something people at the time. Now they're following like 44. But so I clicked it to see like who they were following, because I was just kind of interested. And I was looking through it, and I noticed a couple of names there that are very, very interesting. Right now, they're following, like Triple H, Io Sky, Kairi Sane. Like, that stuff makes sense. And they're following all of the people who are planning to be in the promotion. So, like, now Ishikawa, the Koki, all of the new wrestlers. They're pretty much only following people who are a part of Marigold or are in the wrestling or, like, biz that aren't wrestlers. Now, with that said, they are following a couple of people who are very interesting choices for them to have followed. We have Koguma and Starlight Kid being followed by the English Stardom or English Marigold account. Now, that is very interesting because, like I said, every other wrestler, pretty much every other wrestler that's being followed by them, are currently wrestling at Marigold. And then there's also this girl named Kizuna from Wave Pro. I don't know if I'm just like mistaken and she's been a part of it from like the beginning, but she could also be someone to keep an eye on because she could be joining because they are following her as well. But the reason why the Starlight Kid and Koguma thing is so interesting is because there's a lot of speculation on who could be leaving Stardom that where their contracts weren't up at the end of March like all of the other Stardom wrestlers who went to Marigold's contracts were. And we all know that, like, for example, Mayu's going to go when her contract's up. I'm like 95% sure that's true, and pretty much everyone else agrees with me as well. It could also not happen, but, So right now, there is currently speculation that 3 other Stardom wrestlers could be joining Marigold sometime in the future. And out of all of the 3 that are speculative, 2 of them have the best case scenario. So the 3 are Starlight Kid, Hazuki, and Koguma. Now, you might be thinking, like, well, is it just because they're following them? Because the Stardom or the Marigold English account is not following Hazuki. Yes, that is why she's not one of the 2 that's the most likely. The reason why people think Hazuki might be joining is her supposed disciple, the new person that was just discovered to have been at the Marigold training, was the 3rd rookie that was supposed to debut along Hanako and the other rookie that debuted with them. And there was speculative that this rookie was kind of like Hazuki's disciple, and so if she's in Marigold now and not in Stardom, it would make a lot of sense of that maybe Hazuki's coming as well. Blah 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 blah. But the best, the best explanation or the best evidence that Starlight Kid and Koguma. Starlight Kid and Koguma could be joining Marigold. Is Stardom has updated on their Twitter account, the banner on their Twitter account. They've updated it recently, and it has a lot of people on there now. 34. Okay, so it's left off a lot of people. So this does change some speculation a little bit, because they had to leave off some people. Out of all the people that they could have left off, they left off Starlight Kid and Koguma. Now, you could argue that it would make sense to leave off Koguma, but they have Hazuki on there. So it seems kind of weird. They left off Koguma, but they have Saida on there. They left off Koguma, but they have Saki Kashima on there. So it's not just them only having the top stars on there. Like, they left off Hina and Rina, Lady C, like basically everyone who's on the lower card. It makes sense. They also left off Momo, I believe. Yeah, Momo's not. Oh no, there she is. She's right there. So, but it seems odd because Starlight Kid has always been a top name in the promotion. So to leave off Starlight Kid is very interesting, and it does open up questions for the speculation. I mean, you have the English Marigold Twitter account following Starlight Kid, and you have them leaving her off of their new Twitter banner. Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of all of the new-ish information right now. It wasn't really too much. I just wanted to make a quick video because I haven't really been making a lot of videos and the this whole Marigold situation has really kind of re-sparked my my joy in wrestling, and I really look forward to this. Like I said, I will be covering Marigold. I'll be reviewing at the very least their first show, and I'll make a Marigold roster guide as well, but after their first show. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.